Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Volunteer Fest 2020. Although we can't meet in person, we are so grateful that we have this opportunity to be together on Zoom. So, whether you are watching this live or whether you are watching the recorded version of this, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hearing about the ways that you can give back to these groups and these agencies that really need your help. Because they rely on volunteers to work the incredible missions and do the incredible things that they do to serve the people they serve. So my name is Brad Creighton, and I am responsible for community engagement and events at Volunteer Fox Cities. And I will warn you ahead of time that we are recording these sessions so that people that can't watch them live will be able to see them. If you are watching live, though, and have any questions, feel free to use the chat. I will monitor the chat, and we can make sure we get those questions answered for you. You have been automatically muted. If you really have a question and you are excited about saying it out loud, feel free to unmute and go ahead and talk to us as well. With that, we are very excited to have Kathy Olson with us. Kathy is from Girls on the Run, Northeast Wisconsin, and she is going to tell us all about Girls on the Run, what they do, and how you can help. So Kathy, take it away.
Thanks, Brad. Hi, everyone. I'm Kathy Olson, and I am the Program and Outreach Coordinator for Girls on the Run, Northeast Wisconsin. I get to teach everyone about Girls on the Run, get them excited to be involved, and let them know all the exciting things that Girls on the Run can offer volunteers and the young girls of Northeast Wisconsin. So Girls on the Run is an after-school youth development program that combines social emotional learning with physical activity, and that's what makes the program unique. We have 3 different programs for girls. We have the Girls on the Run program, which is for girls 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. There's a middle school program called Heart and Soul for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And it's under the same umbrella of Girls on the Run and has the same concepts, but focuses more on the needs of middle school girls. And we also have a summer program called Camp Girls on the Run. And that goes for a week in the summertime, 4 hours a day for 5 days. And it has all the great concepts Girls on the Run has during a regular season, but it definitely has that summer camp feel to it. A typical Girls on the Run season is 10 weeks, and the girls meet twice a week for 90 minutes each time. This season was a little unique. We had to make a lot of accommodations and modifications to our season, but we were still able to have a season. All the activities were modified to eliminate touching and accommodate social distance. And we actually had an 8-week season instead of a 10-week season, but we still made it work, and we just ended a couple weeks ago, and I'll touch more on that in a little bit. So at Girls on the Run, our mission is to inspire girls to be joyful, healthy, and confident using a fun, experience-based curriculum which creatively integrates running. And we envision a world where every girl knows and activates her limitless potential and is free to boldly pursue her dreams. So at Girls on the Run, we help empower girls to write their own story and define the future on their terms. No limits or constraints, just opportunities to be remarkable. So they do that because during the lessons, they start to develop their Girls on the Run toolbox. And in their toolbox, they're going to have a bunch of things they can use to help them navigate life's challenges and plow through anything that life throws at them. So their toolbox first starts with star power, which is a power they have inside of them to have the confidence and the competence to attack life's challenges. And we also talk about how there's little metaphorical clouds that try to dim that star power and try to take that away. But then we have other things to help us keep our star power bright and shining to help us plow forward. Girls also appreciate similarities and differences. We talk about identifying, expressing feelings and emotions, and knowing that there's uncomfortable emotions and comfortable emotions, but there's no bad or good feelings or emotions. Girls learn to, in Girls on the Run, we talk about stopping to take a breather before reacting to a situation, whereas in the middle school program, Heart and Soul, we press pause before reacting to a situation. They talk about friendship and how to be a good friend and how to build positive friendships and relationships with others. We talk about gratitude and how we are grateful for what we have in our life and the people in our life. And talking about feelings, we talk about I statements, which is something adults need to express our feelings in an appropriate manner so people understand what is going on inside of us. The unique thing about Girls on the Run is that all of these lessons that we have align with the social emotional learning standards and competencies that we have from the Department of Public Instruction. So I know the schools take on a lot. I mean, you know, free and reduced lunches and dental services and mental health and guidance counseling. So we actually can help supplement or complement those things, having a Girls on the Run program at your school. Let's see what else. So on that, the Girls on the Run uses a research-based, evidence-based curriculum, and there is data to back it up that this program actually works. So I'm going to try to share my screen now. And so you guys can see some, let's see if it works.
You got this, Kathy.
Can you see that?
Yes, we can. Perfect.
Okay. So we talk about why it matters to have a program like this, because research shows that girls' self-confidence drops by age 9, and they need some things to help them stay up and try to build that self-esteem instead of it going all the way down. And also physical activity starts to plummet around that time too. But after participating in Girls on the Run, we have found that it has a huge beneficial impact on girls that participate. So let's see here. The girls that were least active at the start of the season had an increase in physical activity by the end of the season by more than 40%. 91% of girls reported that they improved intentional decision-making. 85% reported being better able to manage emotions, and 80% exhibited an increase in confidence in the ability to resolve conflicts. So it's just not that we choose random things to do during our lessons. These are thought out, well-intended lessons with a purpose in order to teach. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. All right, let's see. So talking about the curriculum, there's 3 kind of separate parts into the curriculum. And the first part talks about understanding ourselves. And then we go into valuing others and relationships and teamwork. And the last part talks about how we, or the girls, can make an impact on the world. Because the curriculum guides the girls into creating a community impact project. And it is something that matters to them and that they are passionate about. So we have leaders and coaches, which I'll talk about in a minute, but this project is really up to the girls. And we have a variety of things where it focuses on the community at large, or maybe it focuses on their school, or maybe their families. So some examples of the community impact projects that have taken place right here in Northeast Wisconsin. We have a lot of drives, like food drives, and the girls love animals. The animal shelters will always be taken care of by Girls on the Run. So we have a lot of supply drives for the animal shelters. And then, this past season, a team at Greenville Elementary wrote notes for residents in nursing homes, little happy notes saying that someone's thinking about them, and thank you notes to healthcare workers. Our team at Freedom Elementary made a poster, big poster board poster for all 58 teachers at their schools, expressing gratitude and inspiration for the work that they do every day. And then we have our team at the Boys and Girls Club of Menasha. COVID really impacted them hard this year. So their team talked about how they felt a little lonely and they missed friends and they missed teachers and their extended family. So they had the idea just to write a note to somebody to let them know that they're appreciated, or a little happy note, and Somebody's grandma even cried when they got this little note, and a neighbor said that she felt honored to receive such a sweet note. So just those little things do make an impact, and it's just good to be a part of that those girls realize that they can have a positive impact on somebody's lives using the resources that they have. And then finally, our program ends with a celebration 5K. And the point of that 5K is just to finish and move forward. And it gives the girls a tangible sense of accomplishment. Because as the season goes on, we see the girls adopt these traits and gain confidence and stuff like that. But you know, kids, if they can't touch it or feel it or see it, they're just not quite sure it's happening. So accomplishing that 5K, we hope, gives them that sense of empowerment to attack anything that life throws at them. So we cannot accomplish all this without volunteers. And probably the highest priority volunteer on our list are our volunteer coaches. Our coaches, they're our frontline staff, implementing the program to the girls during their practices, being there twice a week or once a week to do that for the girls. To be a coach, oh, I can share my screen again. Let's see if I can do this again. I'm just gonna, let's see, share, but I'm gonna go here instead. All right, so anybody can be a coach. And Girls on the Run is a great name, but unfortunately it's also a detriment because people think you have to be a runner for a girl to participate or to be a coach, and that is not the case at all. Anybody can be a coach, male or female. You just need to be at least 18 years old. And typically we have parents of girls or teachers of girls that are our coaches, but we have fabulous community members like yourselves who just want to be involved and want to be a part of the program and bring the program to the girls. So anybody can be a coach, and you just need to be a role model. You help prepare the lessons and lead the lessons each week, work with your other coaches, and come to the Girls on the Run 5K. And then there's a little end of season celebration for your team. So really anybody can be a coach, and we give you all of the tools you need. We provide the scripted curriculum that I talked about. We provide all the materials and supplies. We provide training. So we're just not going to throw you out there in front of a team of girls and say, do your thing. There's a training to go through so you feel prepared to take on the team and the season that comes ahead of you. If coaching seems like a little too much to handle because it's time limited, it's an 8 or 10 week season, so at least there's a start and a finish point, but those 10 weeks are a little crazy. I was actually a volunteer coach for 5 seasons, so I know what it's like, and it is incredibly awesome and amazing, and you feel great being a part of it, but it is crazy for those 10-week seasons. We have other volunteer opportunities. We always need volunteers at our Celebration 5K to do anything that you would do at any other 5K. Help us set up, do a water station, help out at the post-race refreshment area, be a course guide, tell the girls where to go. So there's always those opportunities at the 5K. And we always we have our as needed volunteers. It's called a general volunteer in our organization, to help us get stuff ready for the season. Not this season, not fall 2020, but fall 2019, we had 35 teams. So to try to get supplies ready for 35 teams is a job. So we could always use volunteers to help count and sort and get all these supplies into all of the backpacks so we can distribute them to the coaches. Girls and teams get shirts, so we sort shirts by sizes and teams, and just having a good group to help us do that really helps, and it does make an impact, and it goes right into the girls and they get excited to get all this fun stuff. So you could be a coach, you could be a 5K volunteer, or you could be a general volunteer and just get notices on the fun stuff that's happening throughout the year. The last thing someone could do as a volunteer is start a site. And we are at some schools in, the counties we serve are Winnebago, Calumet, Outagamie, Sheboygan, Manitowoc, Brown, and Wapaka counties. We are mostly at schools. We have been at churches. So if this sounds awesome, we also need volunteers to start a site. And at a site, you just need 2 coaches, because we need at least 2 coaches at every practice. That's a requirement. We need an outdoor practice space, an alternative indoor practice space, and access to a bathroom. And you can have a Girls on the Run site. So that is another thing that we are always looking for, new sites to bring more opportunities for girls to participate. Let's see, what else, Brad? Okay. I actually have 2 testimonials from our junior coaches. Junior coaches just have to be 16, and it's pretty awesome. Girls love junior coaches because they're not an adult like an authority figure. They're kind of like, you know, a kid still, but a cooler kid. It's more fun to hang out with them with us sometimes. So I have 2 of those because it's pretty awesome. So the first one actually came from one of our junior coaches' mothers who emailed us. And, oh, wrong piece of paper. I'm back now. She said about her daughter's experience being a junior coach is that she really enjoyed it. And she was honestly shocked that her daughter wanted to be a Girls on the Run volunteer junior coach, because her daughter always said that she couldn't be a teacher or deal with kids. The daughter kept saying that she wished it lasted longer and that she could do it next year, but she was a senior in high school and was going away to college, so she couldn't do it next year. And she even went and had lunch with a group of girls from her team during her early release day at the high school. So if there's ever a hesitation on having a high schooler do this, give them a shot, just like my daughter had. I think she got just as much out of it as the kids. The second one is actually now one of our regular adult coaches who was a junior coach. And she wrote this in response to when Girls on the Run made a video to promote Heart and Soul, the middle school program. So this is what she wrote in response to the video that she saw. She wrote, "Recently this past year, I got the opportunity to coach for 16 amazing middle school girls. I always thought I would have to be older to impact someone, but through coaching, I was able to be a mentor to these outstanding girls and find a voice I didn't know I had. This video below reminded me of some of the situations that my group of girls went through on a daily basis and how much of a positive and uplifting program Heart and Soul was able to be for them at such a pivotal point in their lives. I would highly recommend volunteering for this upcoming season to be able to help girls learn how to achieve their potential and support others in the process." So we do hear that coaches do get as much out of it as girls, and a lot of them, always a lot. I hear this probably from 90% of the coaches I talk to, that they wish they were part of Girls on the Run when they were a kid, because they do get stuff out of the lessons just like the girls get stuff out of the lessons. And right now, honestly, I mean, life is pretty hard for a lot of people. And the great thing about having Girls on the Run still going forward right now is that it equips girls with the tools to navigate challenges, and especially the things that are being thrown at them right now. So I don't know if anybody has any questions or need clarification about anything, or I can talk longer if I need to.
Kathy, thank you for the work that you do.
Thanks. You too.
It's so great to see that you guys are just out there empowering these young women to be who they are and just grow into awesome people. It's what a great program. We've got some good friends of ours have their daughter participates regularly in Girls on the Run, and she can never stop talking about it. She just loves it so much. So
Brad, see, you could share a personal story. I love it.
There you go. Thank you. So I would imagine you are recruiting for coaches all year round, right? Even though the season is only a certain amount of time.
That is true. We typically only have a fall season. Girls on the Run is an international program around the country in Canada, and many places have a fall and a spring. We typically have a fall season and then our summer camp. But I hear from coaches throughout the entire year. So I'm always recruiting coaches and always looking for people who are interested in learning more about that role.
Okay. And when you're approaching the fall season and whatnot, what is when do you want to know if someone's going to coach by? Is there a date or
We typically, this year was unique, so I'm just going to go with what we typically do. Typically, we offer 3 in-person coach trainings, because that's my favorite part of my job, because I get to meet all the volunteer coaches instead of talking to them on the phone or emailing them. So this is when I get to meet everybody. Mm-hmm. And typically we offer 3 opportunities, being like June, July, and August. So it would be good to have coaches set probably by mid-June, so then they have the 2 other options in July and August to join us for the coach training. And then the season typically starts, kind of depends when school starts and when Labor Day falls. It usually starts like a week or 2 after the school year starts.
Okay, now if it's something that like I've been thinking about and I'm not sure if I really want to coach or whatnot, is there an opportunity to maybe observe a coach in action or something like that to see if it might be the right fit?
Sometimes we have people who are a little afraid to commit to coaching, and sometimes I think it might be the training, but the training is really awesome and is incredibly helpful. And I've been leading the training for 3 years, and I never get bored doing it 3 times a year for the past 3 years. But we do have a role that I don't usually advertise, but we have a practice partner role, which is more of just like a team helper who is not a coach. Our trained coaches are the ones that can deliver the lessons and lead the lessons from the curriculum. And the practice partner is really just the helper. But, you know, they're just that other person there. And, you know, when you're dealing with kids, another person is never a bad thing to have. So, you know, they're there to help support the coaches and support the girls. Maybe this person enjoys running and runs with the girls during their workout portion of the lesson. Or, you know, you have the girls that are not as motivated as we would like them to be. And maybe they just need someone to walk with them to get them going. So they do that little workout portion. So that would be an opportunity for that kind of person.
See, there you go. By watching Volunteer Fest 2020, you got the unadvertised position there. That's...
Yeah.
Well, Kathy, again, thank you so much for being here and sharing not only the volunteer stuff, but all about Girls on the Run. And so we get a chance to see the great work that you're doing. Could you just one last time, if someone's interested in learning more or saying, yeah, I'm ready to be a coach, could you give us that contact information one more time?
Sure. I actually have it written down when we did all sorts of Facebook Live sessions. So
oh, perfect.
Is this backwards? I don't even know. But anyway,
no, it looks right.
Give you a good idea. So my email address is kathy.olson@girlsontherun.org. kathy.olson@girlsontherun.org. And then here is our website, www.girlsontherunnew.org. So there's 2 N's in there. girlsontherunnew.org for Northeast Wisconsin.
Perfect. And if you did not get a chance to write that down, we do have that up on our Volunteer Fest one-stop shop. So you can go to that site and that will link right to the Girls on the Run. So again, Kathy, thank you. And for those that are watching on behalf of Volunteer Fox Cities, again, thank you for being a part of Volunteer Fest. And